Wee Wonders!
Welcome, wonderful watchers, to Wee Wonders, a Wii game review series by me, Souldin of the Grin Brothers. This episode will cover the Wii game Escape from Bug Island, a survival horror game developed by Spike and published by Eidos Interactive. Let's begin playing then! It's Waggle time!
Story time!
Okay, interesting first shot.
This feels wonderful!
Yes, this is how Escape from Bug Island starts, with playable protagonist Ray staring at best girl Michelle's butt. An interesting way to introduce both characters, along with gun-toting Mike, as they venture to Bug Island to conduct research on insect physiology. Well, Michelle has. Bug-hating Ray has come along to confess his feelings for her, while Mike has joined in to enjoy a cosy night camping in the woods. And jump, Michelle. Any romance plans are cast to the side when Ray wakes up to find his friends are gone and the island is infested with bugs. Giant bugs, of course. Now Ray must venture through horrific forests, treacherous rivers, and bewildering caves to find his friends, all while fending off giant mantises, flying moths, poisonous caterpillars, frogs, gorillas, and hip-shaking lizard amazons? So it turns out that there are more than just bugs on this island. Other humans are here as well. And with Ray's help, I'm sure they can all survive. Other humans visited the island long ago as well, with Ray being able to find notes of a previous adventurer, which includes tips to progress and a surprisingly comedic casual tone, given the horrors about. This island is packed with mystery, and how much of an explanation is given to its oddities vary. Much speculation is discussed on the abnormally large bugs, and the Cave of Time is mentioned as early as the back of the game case, but somehow the numerous lanterns, supply of Molotovs, and aforementioned lizard women are barely addressed. As for the characters trying to survive this island's perils, Michelle's best girl status extends to being best character. She's considerate of others and has a charming giddiness to her despite the circumstances. Sadly, with Ray being a pushover, Mike being a jerk, and Harry a coward, no one really compares well to her, though whoever wrote all these notes gave me plenty of entertainment. A film grain effect covers the screen, and with its on-the-nose title, it echoes a B-movie vibe throughout its story, with any awkward pause or absurd reveal aiding in this theme.
Instruction time!
A noteworthy feature of this game is that it has both left and right-handed control options. It's a nice touch of accommodation from an early Wii title, and one that utilises the Wii's distinctive motion controls quite a bit. Movement is performed with a control stick, but other movement options such as dodging and backstepping are performed with simple shakes of the Wii remote or nunchuck, either to the side or back towards yourself. You have to hold the B button to wield a weapon, but attacking with it requires swings of the Wii remote. How hard/fast you swing affects your combo of attacks, and holding up or down on the control stick has you switching between high and low attacks like a fighting game character. Throwing weapons require the same motion as the CQC tools at hand, except you have to use the A button to enter first person mode. Use the Wii remote's pointer to aim, lock in your cursor with B, and then swing. Shooting weapons are then similar to the throwing weapons, but with no swinging required and pressing the B button to shoot, or perform a thrusting attack if you're in first person with a stick or such. Other motion-based activities include shaking the controllers to shake off bugs or twisting the Wii remote to maintain a needle within a balance gauge in order to avoid falling off a bridge, a task that was distinctly fun. Oh, that is actually a really tense mechanic. I hope I don't have to speedrun this at any point. Invented though. Well, that's a much more interesting way to do the usual balancing sort of gameplay. The C button turns Ray's light on and off, the Z button cycles through active weapons, and the plus button allows you to pause the game, and are simpler control mechanisms but naturally important. The C button gets further usage in the pause menus, accessing additional features such as reloading and selecting multiple weapons for usage. Aiming controls can be a tad stiff, and the registration of light and heavy swings can be a fine line, but otherwise the controls are solid. Simple to understand, swift to execute, and a decent blend of buttons and motions.
Action time!
Escaping from Bug Island is done through third-person action-adventure combat mixed with first-person shooting and coated with a deliberately sluggish paint of horror gaming. Before he can escape, though, Ray must find Michelle and Mike, so he'll be venturing across the island's docks, paths, and temples on a level-by-level basis. That said, you can go back through these levels by backtracking even after having accomplished all the level's tasks. Said level tasks can be non-existent and you simply need to get to the end of the level, whereas other levels will require you to locate a specific weapon to chop away vines or destroy a bothersome mantis nest before you can progress. The mantises won't be happy with your attempts to destroy their nests, but to be fair, none of the island's inhabitants are happy with your presence. Even the maggots hate you. You have a variety of weapons at your disposal. Sticks and stones, grenades and guns, as well as some secretive tools that can aid in taking down the island's many threats. You can throw rocks at the spiders, you can throw rocks at the giant sandworm, you can throw rocks at everything. Jokes aside, the rocks are super useful thanks to the abundance of rock sites to replenish them, and can easily deal with a lizard woman before she can sexily saunter her way to you. The variety of weapons are impressive, even if the guns are very limited. Different weapons have subtle attributes, such as the lance being better for thrusting than the swing-suited bat. The usage of the weapons is clunky, although that is possibly a deliberate choice. Movement is rigid, Ray commits to his every swing regardless of the gorilla before him, and you never know what creepy crawlies might be climbing up you as you focus on the first-person view. It helps build the horror element to this game, having panic set in as you are swarmed by enemies on all sides, with limited wiggle room, and having cinematics play to demonstrate the initial terror of newly encountered creatures.
The hell is that? What the... That ain't a bug? I don't know what monstrosity you are, but yeah, die.
The dark areas and various insect noises with alarm sounds of alerted enemies breaking through also helps to make you tense. You can illuminate these dark locations with your light, but that can draw the monsters to you. Wandering aimlessly in the dark also carries risks though, from falling into pits to stepping on a carnivorous plant. You may also miss out on the many goodies laying about, such as heart mushrooms to boost your health or trees brimming with fruit to heal you. The sheer abundance of healing products available can certainly dampen the difficulty, but you'll only come across these if you explore the linear yet open levels with a keen eye. Exploring doesn't just help get you items though, it all gives you the chance to find lanterns to save your progress mid-level, read notes hinting of a previous survivor's journey and item locations, and time to accomplish bonus objectives. These are hidden tasks, such as killing a certain amount of an enemy type or accomplishing something swiftly, with 3 bonuses per level. Ticking off these bonuses is satisfying and rewards you with purple fragments, something you'll need to obtain certain bonus items. The game has a good deal of variety to both weapons and enemies, one must slowly introduce throughout the game. Once you've ventured through the midpoint cave of time, treasure caves are unlocked, which allow you to face off against the vast variety in one overwhelmingly lengthy location with quirky weapons to be found. This post-midpoint is also when you're finally gifted with a gun, both a helpful and underwhelming prize. It's a blessing for taking down high-flying moths and the frustratingly nimble dodging grasshoppers. However, mantises and lizard women tank bullets, so you're better off just throwing rocks at them. If the game ever proves too easy, you can always select a harder difficulty option, though I found this mostly increased enemy health rather than their skill. The greatest threat you'll encounter is the Black Swarm, a horde of black insects that will block off paths, pursue your light relentlessly, and eviscerate your health bar. They are frightening creatures one can even spawn in your presumed safe cabins, provided the right circumstances. Meeting them did elicit a fair few screams from me.
Ending time.
Waggle time is over, and the 2 questions left to answer are as follows. What are my overall thoughts on this game, and who do I recommend this game for? Michelle should have been the protagonist. She's the best character by far, and her knowledge on bugs would explain how she survives. The other characters, Ray included, are terrible people, but admittedly in a believable sense. There's a lot about this game that shouldn't work, flaws that instead end up aiding this game's appeal. The stiff controls make monster encounters scary, with a reliable dodge and food galore preventing them from ever being frustrating. Cinematics include overly dramatic moments or awkward pauses, creating a tone more amusing than fearful. However, this feels intentional and in alignment with the game's writing and even visual presentation. It's a clunky game, but one bold in its many motion control inclusions and rather free-spirited in its approach thanks to its linear yet spread out levels. You'll discover weapons you favour and have a joy crushing bugs with them. As for who I would recommend this game for, well, left-handed people are a strangely well catered to group here. The PEGI 12 rating, low gore content, range of difficulty options and plentiful health hiccups all make this a very viable first horror game for gamers interested in trying the genre out. It also serves as a good introductory point for those new to motion control games. There is a good range of motion controls employed, to which are simple yet effective, and a good demonstration of the controls in a non-party / minigame format. And of course, this should be a lovely game for fans of B-horror movies. It has scary moments, but is also cheesy and absurd in many entertaining ways. Whether you choose to play the wee wonder that is Escape from Bug Island is up to you, but either way, I hope you enjoyed this review and thank you for watching. If so, then perhaps I can finally make my escape from Bug Island! I love how they actually title dropped it. Oh man, it's amazing.
Thank you for watching. Cheerio.